If you are looking for the best milk frothers, you are in the right place. We have tried to include in-depth information on milk frothers in our video, which will be enough to fulfill all of your needs. All of them are maintaining their features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturer, and a real customer feedback. If you want to buy a milk frothers, we think this list will be very worthy to you. Now, let's get started with the video. At the first position of our list, we have EVO Automatic Milk Frothing Machine. With over 1,000 5-star reviews, shoppers insist that this EVO Milk Frother is just as good, if not better, than the name brand Nespresso Automatic Milk Frother. This frother is so easy to use. I've gone through quite a few over the years, but this is hands down the best frother I've owned to date. One reviewer says, better than Starbucks/Verismo, better than Nespresso. Highly recommend. Another reviewer has purchased around 6 milk frothers, including 2 from Nespresso, but hadn't loved any until this dandy little unit. They appreciate that the heating cup and frothing lid are both easy to clean, and that the cup design allows you to do latte art. I'm crazy about this little guy. I'm thinking this will become a great Christmas gift for everyone on my list. And a former barista gives this EVO Milk Frother 2 thumbs up, writing that this machine approximated the ones they had in their cafe. I miss making proper drinks. Got this today, and after a long day of work made the best hot chocolate for my partner and I. Moving on to the next at number 2 with Bonsenkitchen Electric Milk Frother. As one reviewer puts it, this frother has blown the others out of the milk. Reviewers love the price point and the repeated savings that come with being able to make fancy coffee drinks at home. No need to spend a small fortune drinking lattes from overpriced venues, one reviewer writes. A bit of warmed milk, half and half, cream, or dairy substitute, and I am my own successful barista. An actual former barista thinks this one makes the best alternative milk. In addition to lattes and bulletproof coffee, this frother whips up a wonderful meringue, according to one reviewer, and it can even blend protein shakes. Multiple users warn to froth in a larger container, like one who says, this is so powerful it will cyclone the drink all over your kitchen if you aren't careful. The number 3 position is held by PowerLix Milk Frother. This easy-to-clean, easy-to-use milk frother has many reviewers who use it daily, and the general consensus among these happy customers is this frother is powerful. One reviewer underestimated it based on how delicate it looks, but admits, boy, was I wrong when I tried it out. I had foam everywhere. It's really powerful even if it doesn't look like it. Many reviewers say it is strong enough to blend their bulletproof coffee as well. I researched a lot of frothers before choosing this one primarily because it promised power, one reviewer writes. It has definitely lived up to the promise. Nothing really compares to making bulletproof coffee in a blender, but this is as good as it gets without having to wash an entire blender for 1 cup of coffee. In addition to fancy coffee beverages, users have found it easily mixes other powdered supplements and medications into drinks. I use it to mix capsule medication into fruit juice, one user reports. The PowerLix does an excellent job blending the medication and leaves little to no residue at the bottom of the cup. Not only does it have multiple uses, but fans of this frother also love the price point. I'm a dairy-free household, and until this bad boy, I was paying out the yin-yang for dairy alternative froth lattes. One reviewer described, step aside Starbucks and tuck that $5 back in your purse. This thing is the bee's knees. Though if you still miss the coffee shop experience, this user recommends having your husband call your name out really quietly while running a vacuum and just for kicks have him spell the name wrong. Next at number 4 we have Bodum Milk Frother. In an attempt to level up his coffee making setup, strategist writer Jordan Bowman bought this milk frother to hopefully recreate the vibe of my favorite coffee spot. And so far, so good. And there are plenty of other reviewers who turn to this Bodum Milk Frother to improve their coffees. Very European-style coffee throughout the day. Amazing how it foams the milk and enriches the coffee both on flavor and look, one reviewer writes. Unlike the other Bodum device on the list, this is automatic, so you can froth milk with the touch of a button. A reviewer who bought this for his wife calls it so easy to use, she puts her milk in, turns it on, continues to work in the kitchen, and when it's done, it shuts itself off. And according to another reviewer, it's not only about $90 cheaper than the one sold by Nespresso, but it actually makes a better foam. The number 5 position is held by Breville Milk Cafe Milk Frother. Dozens of users are impressed with the machine's various settings, which makes it more flexible than most milk frothers. I truly had no idea what I had been missing out on with my other milk frother just on temperature alone, one reviewer writes. The ability to control the temperature makes for a superior coffee experience. I can get the milk hotter and create a ton of foam with the frothing disc. In addition to coffee, reviewers rave about the hot chocolate this frother can churn out. What makes this fantastic is that it can be used for other beverages like hot cocoa. One reviewer raves. I just add the non-ridged disc to the bottom, add milk or water to the pitcher, add a packet of cocoa mix, and then I have perfect hot chocolate. Other users have explored even further and found that this machine also works well for warming up breast milk. A normal mama who was looking for a way to warm some milk for her child says one, who adds, "My friends, this machine will save your sanity and make formula mixing so fast and so easy. You'll be annoyed that you ever wasted time doing it any other way." The number 6 position is dominated by Germia Cordless Electric Milk Frother and Heater. One reviewer reports that this high-quality yet inexpensive Germia Milk Frother is far superior to the high-profile milk frother they'd owned before. They like that it's easy to clean and has a large capacity and wide mouth design, just about the perfect appliance. They write, the Germia's hot and cold temperature options and 2-blade design make it versatile enough to serve up everything from cappuccinos to lattes to hot chocolate. One reviewer even likes to make homemade mochas by putting in enough mini chocolate chips to loosely cover the bottom, then add milk and run as usual. This melts the chips and mixes them in, and because the motor is quite powerful, it has no trouble with the heavier additions. Another reviewer successfully used the machine to make matcha lattes with almond/coconut milk. The froth was amazing. Then I frothed some full-fat milk for coffee, and it was just as amazing. The price is great, too. Why did I wait to purchase one of these? Moving on to the next at number 7 with Ninja Coffee Bar Easy Milk Frother with Press Froth Technology. This easy-to-use manual frother is described as such by many reviewers. It's so awesome to not have to worry about batteries and still get excellent frothy milk for my coffee, one reviewer writes. No need for any fancy frothers, pump this thing a few times and you get the same result. Another reviewer, who lives at high altitude, explains electric frothers don't reach a high enough temperature. We've tried them all, but this one works really well. Many reviews mention that they originally had the frother that comes with the Ninja Coffee Bar and replaced it with this version after theirs broke, noting this one is more sturdy. This one is made of a thicker glass that is much more durable, and it has a rubber strap around the middle so you can grab it straight out of the microwave. Several who tried to replace it with a stainless steel version keep running back to this glass option as well. I replaced it with a stainless frother and was so disappointed, one reviewer writes. The milk never got as frothy and nice as in this model. I ended up sending that stainless one to the donation pile and bought this one again. The number 8 position is held by Bellamain Stainless Steel Hand Pump Milk Frother for 10 Oz. Capacity. Stainless steel means this milk frother is durable, easy to clean, and good looking. The stainless steel is thicker than expected, but in a good way, one says. Instead of feeling tinny and cheap, it feels very well made. It just feels great in the hand and looks good on my counter. Another writes, it's very easy to clean by hand and it's also dishwasher safe. And while a manual frother requires more work than the other options on this list, satisfied reviewers say the foam it pumps out is less airy. The hand pump makes foam that is thick and creamy. It's not airy. Thick and creamy takes a little bit of time to get used to, but it's just as good, one reviewer explains. Others like that the foam turns out pretty thick and yes, it stays for long. The results are also impressive for non-dairy milk. According to one reviewer, pumping by hand, VS Electric Frother has produced much better results with almond milk, and I can heat a lot more milk at the same time. Next at number 9, we have Bodum Latteo Manual Milk Frother. Reviewers who aren't big fans of dairy find that this Bodum frother works just as well with alternative milks, which can sometimes be more difficult to whip into a nice, creamy foam. My motivation for writing this review is to say it works great for every kind of milk I've tried. It always doubles the volume, providing a thick froth, writes one reviewer who routinely uses it for 1% lactose-free milk, but has also tried whole milk, 2% milk with or without lactose, as well as almond milk and soy milk. I've even used it to froth holiday nog to make eggnog lattes. Another reviewer who has worked in a coffee shop for years, so my standards are pretty high, found that this frother exceeded all my expectations. I don't drink dairy, and this worked wonders with soy milk. It is so easy to use, and it produced delicious, creamy foam. And a third reviewer says it's sturdy, and makes amazing foam out of every kind of milk: cow, coconut, almond, whatever they would know, considering they've owned this frother for nearly 20 years. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by Bodum Brazil French press coffee and tea maker. This is technically a French press, but multiple reviewers say that it works wonders as a manual milk frother. Throw away your gadgets, this is the best milk frother. One reviewer writes, simply add milk to this little French press, clamp on the lid and pull a few times, while keeping the lid in place with your other hand. Then you have the thickest, most pillowy froth for your coffee. Efficiency-minded reviewers appreciate that it pulls double duty, according to one who grind as a batch every morning for the French press. On the mornings I make espresso, I use this as my milk frother. Fill it about 1/3 full of milk. Give it 2-3 minutes in the microwave. Insert press hold handle. Hand pump the press up and down until you beautifully froth milk. Love this gadget. And a third reviewer who was looking for a milk frother that didn't need batteries and didn't have a wand that could bend found this to be perfect. They run the plunger up and down 20-50 times, takes less than a minute. Remove the plunger, tap and swirl a few times, using a spoon in front of the pour spout to block the foam. Let the hot milk pour out first into the fresh cup of coffee, and then allow the frothy, creamy goodness to fall like thick leather all over the top. That's all for today. All the product links in the description down below. We upload videos every single day, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button for the upcoming video notification.